Well, Daniel, we've been waiting outside of your locker room, and you've had some well-wishers come in, and you've had, I think, some time, a little bit to reflect. I'm sure it's still fresh, but you able to put into words what's going through your mind about an hour after the fight?
Severe disappointment. Just really disappointed, and not disappointed in myself for not doing what I was trained to do. Not listening to my coaches. I mean, they were begging me to go and implement the same type of game plan as the first round, but it's just like the Gustafson fight. I was going down a path and I wasn't able to veer back to the direction they wanted me to go. So disappointed I didn't do well for my coaches.
So where was the deviation of the game plan then in your mind?
I think when the first round started and we started finally trading, I was able to hit him. And in the second round, the jab was landing and everything was landing, but I was also taking shots and I just didn't wrestle. I think I may have taken one attack and he defended it. I needed to be chain wrestling, getting everything put together. So yeah, just disappointed that I didn't fight the way that we trained.
Do you think you fell in love with the success that you had early on? Because I think everybody watched that first round and said, man, DC looks as good as ever after that first round.
Yeah, that's what I should have continued to do. I should have continued to wrestle, try to take him to the ground. On the ground, I was controlling the exchanges. I was able to keep him down for 3.5 minutes, I think. So it never really felt like he was going to get away from me, until the very end of the round whenever I ended up in the front headlock or something. But I think I fell in love with the fact that he was there to be hit in the second round and third round and, even the fourth round. I thought he made a masterful adjustment, starting to dig that left hook to the body. And, he did a good job.
It felt like you were applying a whole lot of pressure in those first 3 rounds, and then maybe in the fourth round the pressure stopped. Was that because of the left hand that he was landing to the body, or was that just something that you kind of did on your own there?
I don't know. I don't know why I stopped pressuring him so much. When I was pressuring him, I was the one getting there first, and that's why I was having so much success as the shorter fighter, But I don't know what happened. I didn't watch the fight, obviously, so I don't know. I should have continued to press. That's my style of fighting, and I didn't do that in the fourth round. I think I may have stopped, and then maybe I was going to try to pick it up towards the end of the round, but I didn't get there.
I think when people have fallen in love with you over the course of your career is that how heartbroken you are after losses and how open you are about it. Why does this never get easier? Why has Daniel Cormier never learned how to lose?
I'm a competitive guy. It's my gift and my curse. By not accepting loss, makes you ensure that you don't do it very often. And I think that's what makes me so good at stuff, but also makes the emotion run so freely whenever it doesn't go the right way.
So at this point in your life, 40 years old, already one of the greatest fighters of all time, is there a real fire to go back in and right this wrong immediately?
I mean, I think I could get a rematch if I wanted to, but it's something I'm going to have to discuss with my team and my my wife and my kids, my son. Little Daniel just asked me, Dad, are you retired? And I said, well, I don't know, Pop. And he said, I said, would it make you upset if I am? And he said, no. So, said I could spend more time with them, so we'll see what happens. But just got to kind of figure it out. I try not to make these decisions emotionally because I understand how much it affects everything. So I have to take my time and figure everything out.
How do you think you'll make this decision? I mean, I've heard one story that comes to mind is when Chuck Liddell decided to retire. He went out with John Hackleman and they climbed a mountain that they always used to run up. Is there a spot that you'll go? Are there people that you'll surround yourself with? When do you think you'll make this decision?
I'll get all my coaches. I got coaches from everywhere. Santa Rosa, Fresno, Los Angeles. I'll get them all up to San Jose. We'll all go to lunch and we'll go talk and we'll have our spouses and everybody together and we'll discuss what's next. I don't have to fight. I make a lot of money outside of the octagon. I've made a lot of money fighting, and I've done a lot of special things. So it would essentially be a matter of me wanting to go back and try to right the wrong of this fight tonight. So that would be the only thing that would make me come back to fight, I guess, so, we'll see. Like I said, I don't want to make this decision based in emotion. So I'll just kick back.
In your heart, do you still want to be a professional athlete?
I don't know that right now. Everything right now feels like no, but it's emotional. You just lost. I think you ask yourself that question in a couple weeks, when everything slows down and you're surrounded by the people that really love you and life becomes normal again. Life when you're getting ready to fight is not normal. When life becomes normal again, I should ask myself that question. Do I want to be a professional athlete anymore? Because there is no shortcutting it. I worked so extremely hard to try to prepare myself to win this fight, and I lost, so I'd have to figure it out.
Physically, you feeling okay? It was a tough fight. How do you feel physically?
It was a tough fight. It was a grindy fight. It was hard, a lot of back and forth, and I took some shots. He took some shots. It's going to be sore, but I feel fine. Everything's cosmetic. Some bruising on the face, some knots on the leg, but that's about it.
Well, if you don't realize this now, I'm sure you will over the coming days. The love and appreciation that immediately comes out, even after a result like this, you got to take that to heart a little bit. A lot of people in support of you tonight.
I'm a lucky man, I guess I've gained some good favor with people by just trying to be nice to people, because why not? What's the alternative to being nice? Might as well just treat people the right way that you expect to be treated, and we'll see what happens.
Well, congrats on a great fight. Best of luck in the decisions that are coming forward, and of course we'll be there to find out what your next step is.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming and special content, subscribe to ESPN+.